All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Woe or No, a review podcast about food, music, movies, TVs, and everything else in between, maybe even grocery store shopping bags. Hi, my name is VP, and for this episode, we're back with another Rave Rant episode, which means either Chad or me, VP, will go solo and do a review or more of a rave or a rant, hence a Rave Rant episode of something we chose for ourselves. And for this week in this episode, I'm gonna be doing a Rave Rant review on Day 6's The Book of Us, Negentropy, Chaos Swallowed Up in Love. So this is their I think this is the last album in this The Book of Us series. So why don't we just get started? Let's go. All right, we're back. Welcome back to the show. Again, my name is VP, and I'll be flying solo for this week because, well, it's a Rave Rant episode, and that's what we've assigned to ourselves. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see me kind of get really finicky because when I do these solo episodes, I don't know what to do. Like it's pretty hard to do it on your own, and so I appreciate like big props to everyone who's doing their solo podcasts. I just know that I can't do it like consistently alone, but on special episodes like this, we gotta try at least. But anyway, going back, so I am reviewing for the day. I'm reviewing or doing a rave rant on Day 6's seventh mini album, The Book of Us, Negentropy, Chaos Swallowed Up in Love. That is a lot to take in. Now, for those of you who don't know, well, basically, Day 6 is a Korean or K-pop rock band from JYP Entertainment. And if you guys know Jay, Day 6, he has a podcast as well from Dive Studios. It's called How Did I Get Here with Jay and Alexa. So if you guys listen to that, he might be familiar. But the rest of the band is made up of Sungjin, Youngtae, Wonpil, and Dowon. And I've only like recently discovered these guys. I had a song before, or I heard a song before that was kind of familiar. I've been hearing it all around. So a little backstory on how I got there. So as you guys know, like I've been studying languages, right? So I started studying Thai, and I kind of got into a little self study of Korean at first, and then that got me listening to more K-pop actually. And so I have playlists in Thai music and Korean music, and so that got me into K-pop. And I have a few friends. Big shout out, especially to Leif of the Shippers. Shipper Leif really got me into 17, as well as the girls from the Kimbap show. We got Z, Michi, and Ayla, who got me very much into that. Then my best friend Danny is a big fan of BTS, so she got me into that as well. Well, some like Twice and Blackpink would be somewhat, more familiar to a lot of us, and so I got really into that, and I discovered more and more people. Like discovered IU, Winner, Eric Nam, and then we started watching for this other podcast that I have. Started watching the Shippers. We started watching Korean BLs, so our boy love series, and kind of got into the music scene there as well. Discovered a few more artists. Then there are a lot of K-pop artists out there, but the thing with Day 6 is that in my self discovery of Korean music or K-pop, I stumbled upon a song called Zombie, and this one has an English version. So I stumbled onto that, and it kind of spoke to me at that time. It was a pretty hard and difficult time for me, and um, I was, a little bit under this really heavy cloud, and then I got into that song, and the lyrics just kind of spoke to me, and that's what kind of got me started into Day 6. And then now, like recently, I've been big time fanboying over these boys. I mean, they all look good. They all play their instruments very well. Um, and they have a this different feel to it because they're more of a rock band rather than a boy band. Somewhere in the middle, somewhere in between. I don't want to like definitely classify or put a line between all of these categories and what have you. Music is music to me, but yeah, it does kind of sound and feel different. So I got more into that because, to be honest, like I like that sound. I like that more pop rock kind of alternative sound. um, so that's how I really fell into the deep rabbit hole that is Day6, and so that got me listening to a lot of their other songs and a lot of their other music, a lot of their other albums, and I've been watching their videos on YouTube to get me to sleep at night before I get into my how it's made videos. I now watch like K-pop or Thai artist videos, and Day6 included. And what else? What else? What else? I think that's about that. So when they released this new album, and I kind of got into that, I felt kind of excited because, well, it's something new, and I've only like recently discovered these guys. So parang hey, wow, something new to listen to. So anyway, so let's get into it. So the book of us, Negentropy. Negentropy? Not really sure, not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but the book of us, Negentropy, Chaos Swallowed Up in Love by Day6 was released on April 19th, 2021. So again, it's only been about a month, a little less than a month, since it came out. It's their seventh mini album, part of a series. So they have other albums, of course. They got the Book of Us Entropy, which started the Book of Us series. Then they have the Book of Us Gravity and the Book of Us The Demon, and then now it's this, and they have one more, but that's like under a subunit called Day6 Even of Day. So that was Gluon, if I remember it correctly. I'm trying to look for it on Spotify. So again, if you're watching me on YouTube, you're gonna see me just fuzz around and like try to look for all of my information sources because I'm trying to be as uh, packed as possible. So anyway, yeah, it's a seventh mini album. It came from this series of albums and mini albums. So it has 7 songs, and so the track list is as follows: Every Day We Fight, then we have You Make Me, then Healer, then Only, Above the Clouds, One, and So Let's Love. And I'm not even gonna attempt to read the Korean titles, the ones written in Hangul, because I suck at it, because I've only been self-studying as of yet. I've yet to get like formal education on that, so I'm not 100% confident. So please don't crucify me for this. So I'm not gonna read that out, but anyway, it has English titles. So you have full tracks of 7 full tracks in this album. And so let's start with Every Day We Fight, and that's like the opener to this album. So the day I got into the album, and about the same day was released. So I do listen to albums in order. So got into that, and what I do with songs that are in other languages, I first try to listen to it in its best sense, meaning with no distractions, without anything, with no other context, just to get a good feel of the sound of the music in its entirety. And then I try to look at the Romanized just so I could recognize the words. And, along with that comes the English translations. And so I kind of went through the entire album as it is, and then went song by song, trying to understand more of what the lyrics meant. And this first song actually is a little bit of a it's a little bit of a 50-50 for me because it sounded really strong. Like the the chorus, the first time it hits you, it's just full of this big bursting energy. And so when I got into the lyrics, that's when I kind of like, what? It sounded way happier in my head than this, but I don't know, maybe it is happy. But the chorus goes, "Let's fight. The pain will be brief, but we will get stronger, and it's fine. The moment we shake it off with all of our strength, you will feel us getting closer. I like the way we are open. That's how we love." So, uh, you know, it's 50-50 again because it's not entirely happy. It's not also entirely sad because, you know, there is a lot of determination in this. Like, it's okay. We're gonna, find a rainbow after this storm. But I don't know. Just reminds me a lot of like past relationships and feels very different. So, but it is a very very strong opener to the album. Sounds really good, really amazing. And what I like about it is that again, it is very pop rock. So it just sounds so solid from the beginning. And I just knew that knowing a few songs of theirs coming into this album that it's gonna be pretty okay. And so the next song is You Make Me. Now, this one had a music video released on the same day. So I got in and watched that too. Didn't influence me much on the music. I gotta say, this lead single, I think, is my least favorite of the entire album so far. I mean, like the entire album in its entirety. It's not that I don't like it. It's just it's the least that gets uh it's the song that gets the least amount of plays whenever I listen to this album. Or, a few skips here and there, but it is still a very good song. I mean, like I really like it. And the chorus goes, "Don't let go, cause to me you are my last ray of hope, my one and only shining light. Hold on to me, being alive is scary and tough, but I can push through as long as I have your love." And of course, this is some parts sung in Korean. I'm just reading to you, our listeners, the uh, the English translations. But you get a good feel of of that. But there's a lot of angst in this song, and you kind of feel that's very very heavy coming in, but coming after a very very strong and somehow happier sounding first track. So it didn't really leave a good impression. But again, it's not a bad song. I love it still. But coming into the third track, which is Healer. Now, this is, I gotta say, my favorite track within the entire album. Um, Not only does it sound happier, I tend to gravitate towards happier sounding songs that way. It also means something, or like the lyrics also mean something very, very happy. And that kind of tugs on my heartstrings a little bit more than heartbreaky or heartachy lyrics and music. Maybe because I hurt myself enough already. So I look forward to the happy things. But anyway, so here for this one, for Healer, the chorus goes, "If only you really are, it's okay, it's okay. When you see me, I'm also curious. The pain disappears. My body is getting lighter. At least once a day, I need you when you're with me again, telling me it's okay, it's okay. Looking at you, my heart feels comfortable. Something gets warm. At least once a day, you make me laugh. This is a post chorus. So I check. Are you happy? Check. Will you be happy? Check. Because you are, I'm okay. Do you love me? Yes. Are you going to love me? Yes. Only you can be my healer." And like, oh, that is so sweet. I wish I could write music like this Um, but I know I don't have the capacity, but so it's really really just pushed me to like the deepest edges of that Kilig sound space. So I really, really love this track. So I got into that, and the moment I finished the album, that was the first song I actually went back to, and I really, really love how it sounds. And I am getting a good sense of like how to sing the song. So sometimes, like if it's playing on the background while I'm working or writing something, I can kind of sing along more to this song than other tracks in the album. But this is, I mean, that's the best. That's actually the first song out of this album that made it to my playlist. Spoiler alert, all 7 songs made it to my playlist anyway, because I think pretty obvious by now that this is a rave episode, so I love that. And although what the only thing that I have to say about it is that Healer kind of sounds the most different from the entire album as well. So it has that more pop, radio pop kind of vibe to it. But I'd love to drive with it. Like, I dream of the day that someday we could go out again freely and safe and drive a good distance. Maybe as the sun is rising in the morning, go to a beach maybe. Uh, I'd love to go to La Union right now, like drive away for 6 hours and then have this song somewhere in that drive where while driving on the expressway. And such a nice thing to picture in my head. But again, I'm getting out of topic here because I just love to kind of put myself into these different situations or storylines with the music that I get to listen to. And that is the perfect song to play uh, for that moment. So moving forward to our next song, this one is called Only. And if you actually refer to the album, it has its Korean title, but the English translation is Only. And this one starts really strong. Like the first verse just goes beautiful, 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 beautiful you. I love you. Wonderful, 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 wonderful you. Please know I dedicate my heart to you. Maybe in this world, only one person, only you don't know. And like wow, okay, what a great way to kind of broadcast your love for somebody. This is like big Leo energies coming right from there. And oh, by the way, speaking of zodiac signs, so when I got into day 6, I found out that Jay and Dawn is they're both Virgos. And then when I started watching like videos of them, I was like, yeah, I get it now. You're like, I vibe with these guys. Like, definite vibe. They're sometimes total opposites, and they're pretty awkward around each other. I've noticed. I don't know. Maybe like the my days out there that are listening, let me know, is something up? Like, why are they awkward with each other? But they're both Virgos. I kind of see myself in both of them. Uh, Maybe one day more Jay, the other more Dawn, but just love that energy. Maybe I'm pretty conceited like that. But anyway, to continue. So on this song, the chorus goes, baby, you are my only love. My love is not two. There's only one. So no need to worry, love. I just left my body to my love. Look at me. So, pretty rough English translation we have here, but you get the point. And, the way this song kind of sounds, I gotta say, this is my second favorite track from the entire album, because like the energy was pretty heavy, more hard rocky than the other tracks, and I like it that way. With these pretty strong lyrics also come pretty strong sound, and I just love the way it sounds. And it's also kind of reminds me of a good time in a in our like Philippine local music and OPM, where we had all of these bands like getting really creative with the pop rock sound, and it kind of reminded me of that. And so I loved it even more after realizing that. But moving on, next song we got Above the Clouds. Now this one, this one almost got me into tears because, spoiler alert, if you haven't listened to the album yet, pretty sure you haven't. Because I don't. I am not very confident if we have listeners out there who are also Day6 fans. But if you are, then great. Let's talk about them on our socials at Wo or No Show. That's WHOAORNOSHOW. There you go. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find a link to our Discord channel so we can have like a what or no discussion right on there. For the rest of the Bunk Collective shows are on there as well, so you can find those links. Just go to thebunkph.com. That's CHEBUNKPH.com, and you can get in touch with us, and maybe we could talk about this beautiful album right here in on my screen that I'm showing right now if you're watching me on YouTube. But anyway, going back above the clouds again, this kind of made me tear up a little bit because not entirely sure if it really does talk about death or somebody who died, maybe like a friend or a partner or even like a family member, but it kind of talked about death and losing somebody. And the chorus goes, "Now gone, rather than thinking of you and hurting, all the days we were together, I try to laugh while reminiscing. Just like this, I want you to promise one thing: smile and don't be sick anymore. Be happy above the clouds." So, what? Be happy above the clouds? And that just got me. Like, listening to this song, it it's already a little bit more sad sounding. I think this is the pretty mellow, slow song out of all of the 7 songs in the album. But it's already sad sounding, and then you got these sad lyrics. So once you get into that, and you kind of see the English translation, if you can understand Korean much more better for you, you get to you get a good feel of how the song is supposed to feel. And just uh just played with my emotions that much. And I don't know, there's not much to say about this, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. Huh. See that reference from the last track? uh and I love it. It's just a little bit too sad for me sometimes, but it is a beautiful song, so I like that too. And then we get to track 6 called One. So this one is a little bit more happy. Like, it's a happier sounding song. And what I like about it is, again, chorus reads, "Any ending, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's you and me, no matter how rough the road is, nothing can hurt a single thing, because we are one, invincible that never breaks. One, unless we let go of our hands, we are invincible." And that's just very hopeful. So the the way it sounds also is very hopeful. They got that it has that very uplifting sound to it. And the vocal choruses just kind of the voices of these guys, I swear, it's just beautiful when they all blend together. Like, I'm getting into specifics, but like, especially when like you've got pretty strong vocals coming from Sangjin and Youngke, and then you got high notes coming from Jae and Wompil. It just really brings the sound together, and I liked that a lot in this track. And I kind of get a good feel of how it sounds. Not entirely sure who sang which line, but you know you kind of get a good feel because their voices are pretty distinct. So you just can kind of sort of pinpoint who is singing in that moment, and the way their voices kind of blend together, especially One Pill. It just it's so smooth, so great. I wish I had a voice like that, like I wish I had a strong, clean, uh just great voice overall, but I don't. We can only try, but you know it just it just feels so good. I don't know. Maybe it's much better if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. Try to watch this again, or like go to this specific moment again when it comes out on YouTube, and just, I don't know, maybe look at my body language. I am just what's there's no translation for kinikilig. Just so kilig the way this track sounds. So pretty strong one. And the last one is So Let's Love. And this is like, gotta say, one of the strongest tracks that ended an album. You know, you got like pretty strong tracks from other artists as well. You know, I remember saying Clean by Taylor Swift was the best closer for 1989. Or I may be wrong, but I think it is the closer to 1989, but Clean was just so beautiful. Yeah, it is. I'm right. Yay. I did not disgrace my ancestors for and my Taylor Swifty friends out there by saying the wrong information. But anyway, so you got strong tracks like that. This one is, I think, on that level. Like, if you do get into Day6 enough and kind of get a good feel of their music, um, I'm pretty new to the fandom, I guess I could say that. So I'm not entirely versed with all of their songs just yet, getting there. But again, this one, So Let's Love, just sounds really strong. And the way it ended that album, you know, the words in the pre-chorus and the chorus goes like, all the scars you left, I can't erase it. In case you leave, I'm so afraid of that. You know me, please hold on to my anxious heart. I want your love. Please love me. That's all I want. So let's love more in the future. That's just, wow, that is saying a lot. You know. And so, you know, just even looking at those lyrics, looking at the lyrics of this entire song is just very strong ender. So just very strong closer to this. So yeah, that's like a pretty in-depth review, I guess I gotta say, and a pretty obvious rave from me with this album. So you got 7 tracks. Again, that's Every Day We Fight, You Make Me, Healer. That's my favorite. Only second favorite. Above the Clouds, One, and So Let's Love. And beautiful songs you got by, you know, these beautiful men who can, you know, strum me like a guitar anytime, man. Like, they I love the way they sound. I love the way they are packaged. Even speaking of packaging, I am like super close, like 3 centimeters kind of close to getting a physical copy of the album. So if you think I should, try to, you know, sound off on our socials again at Whoa or No Show. That's WHOAORNOSHOW on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can get in touch with us on Discord. So, you know, sound off to me, VP, if I should buy the album or not, because I am like really close to buying it. It's on my online shopping cart already. Just waiting for a good sign to hit that checkout button and, you know, go ahead and just play that CD over and over again and kind of enjoy the photo albums, especially those photos. I've seen the pictures, they're beautiful and I love it. And I am just fanboying right now. But anyway, verdict time for this album. I have to say, even if you're not into like K-pop, not yet, this, if you're pretty into pop rock, this could be like a good gateway drug, you know what I mean? To Korean music, to K-pop. And you've got pretty lovable personalities in this band. Day6 has a lot of great songs. So if, you know, if you're pretty new to this like me, and you're looking for a way to kind of open up your musical preferences and um just, you know, try something different, try listening to something new, I suggest go ahead, you know, open your Apple Music or Spotify or any music streaming service you have, and go ahead and give this little album a play. And I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed with the way it sounds, even if you don't understand Korean. You can also look at the lyrics like I do. And get more into the message of each song. But it is a good sounding album. It's pretty strong. It's a quick listen because you got 7 tracks, just 7 tracks, 7 beautiful tracks. It spans for just 26 minutes and 12 seconds. Not a lot of time. Okay. So even if you end up not liking it as much, it's not going to be a waste for you. So go ahead and give it a try. So I've been raving for this for about 30 minutes now. Wow. Didn't even notice that it's been 30 minutes. But anyway, again, that is my Rave Rant episode, my review of Day 6 is the Book of Us, Negentropy, Chaos, Swallowed Up in Love. That album, I give it a big whoa, like huge whoa. I know we're not doing that anymore, but it's a definite whoa for me. Like, no way I'm gonna say no to this album. So anyway, go ahead and give it a listen if you want. And please like and subscribe to us on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. And go ahead and give us a follow on Spotify or even on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts if you want to hear more episodes. Chad's coming back next week. Don't worry. We have like a ton of things to review moving forward. Pretty excited about those things. Chad also has a solo episode coming up, so that's something you can look forward to. But for now, I leave you with this. I hope you had a great time listening, and I hope you have a good time listening to this album there. So that's about it. That's it for me. Again, my name is VP. This has been a Rave Rant episode for Whoa or No. I'll see you and hear you again on the next one. Bye.
And if you like this video, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to check out all of the other shows at the Bunk Collective YouTube channel and go to patreon.com/thebunkph to show your support.